live.
Oh, yo.
Okay. I should be live now. Yeah. Okay. Don't forget to set your thing to your audio thing.
Yeah, I already did.
Oh, okay. Are you gonna do your part two or no?
Nah. Actually, yeah, why not? Why not?
It's been a while since we played this game. Do 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 do.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. Yep. And mine is good now. Do do do. Da, da, da.
Where are the ladders at?
Uh,
Oh, I
they should
found
be
them.
in the front. It's crazy, man. I used a power washer, and now I have a general gist of how to properly use it in the game now.
Lols. It's been a cool minute to play this game.
It has been. I was thinking the same thing when I booted it up. I'm like, how do I even move? How do I even do movement in this game?
OG, baby.
G bag. There we go. That's what I wanted.
Oh,
I don't
right
have to keep
there.
holding down the button.
Man, I'm not used to this. There you go.
Someone can watch me play and then be like, dude, why don't you use a scaffolding? It's right over there. I know it's right over there.
You know what? I'm gonna get the ladder.
You grab that ladder. Do do do.
Wow. I
What
didn't even do the
happened?
whole thing and it's still cleaned up. I love when that happens.
Uh, yeah, it's like, okay. I ain't complaining. You're breathing heavy.
Sorry. I'm
No, you're
fat.
good. You're good. It's not your fault. You can't change that. Oh, you can. You know what I mean.
The lol.
There we go.
You know, it feels real nice just doing absolutely nothing. Stressful.
Yeah,
Yeah, man, we were playing Ready or Not, Night Rain. Dude,
some
it's,
stress-inducing games. Yeah.
sometimes it's good to just chill and vibe. Not worried about,
Oh,
what's going on.
I I agree wholeheartedly.
So, what is your favorite thing thus far about Night Rain?
About Night Rain,
Mm-hmm.
ugh, where to start? Night Rain. Well, firstly, the thing about Night Rain is, yeah, okay, fine. People can say that it's an acid flip sort of game.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, trust me, Alex, this is a lot more chill. It also gives us more leeway to actually talk about what's in the title, about FromSoft and the game titles that Miyazaki produced. But generally speaking, though, for Night Rain, people could say it's an acid flip because it uses a lot of the things from Elden Ring. But
Mm-hmm.
honestly, even then, it still stands on its own 2 feet really well.
Yeah.
If anything, I feel like though it's set in the quote unquote universe of Elden Ring,
Mm-hmm.
it is such a different thing from Elden Ring itself.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's really crazy um that Miyazaki just did the green light. He really didn't do much for the game.
Yeah,
Yeah, because he didn't direct it.
not at all. He just said, "All right, go for it," and he let it. I forget what the guy's name was, but he let that director do what he wanted, and he did it well.
Yeah. No, Night Rain is a really, really fun game. I really do admire. And I admire the guy too. I remember one of
Hmm.
the big things about it is that people were complaining that it's really difficult. That it's a team-based game, which it is, right?
Yeah, it
But
is.
but
Yeah,
one thing about FromSoft games, the fundamentals are still there. So it doesn't matter really how difficult it is. If you just have grit and continue doing what you have to do, you will eventually do it.
yeah, and that's the thing about most FromSoft titles. It's you just have to have that grit, and or Night Rain doesn't change from that at all. Like, yeah, you may have some bad teammates paralleled with you, but I mean, you and me have our examples where we have teammates leave halfway through the game and we just still proceed onward. I mean, we may not win the expedition, but we get to that final boss.
Sometimes we do win. That's the crazy part about
No,
it.
yeah, yeah. There are also the times where we do win. I mean, I've had my fair share of dealing with randos, and one rando rage quits, and then I'm left with the other one, and we beat the boss.
Yeah. And now, Alex, one thing for sure that what he was saying, like asset flipping or using the same lore or whatever, it's not all bad if you know how to do it right.
Yep,
Because Night Rain is a really good example for that. I
it
like how
really
they,
is.
yeah, I like how they use the story. I like how they use the assets. I like some of the enemies are still there. Well, most of the enemies are still there, but it gives the
Yeah,
opportunity for new enemies to come in. Like one thing for sure. Like I'm very impressed with the Night Lords. I really did. I do enjoy all of them. Except what you call the. There's only like two bosses that I don't like. out of all of them. But
Yeah.
they're still good fights, and that's the pest and the fish auger.
Mhm.
I remember one thing for
Yeah.
sure is what you call that. I like the story of auger because that's not
Yeah.
even the Night Lord. That's literally just a part of the Night Lord, like
Yeah.
a child, you could say.
Yeah.
And the actual Night Lord is Maris or
Maris.
Maurice or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. Yeah. Maris. No, yeah, and I agree with you. I mean, of course, uh, for me, the boss that I actually like the least is Baron of the Night, Adel.
Hmm. You know,
I
Adol
I
is
don't
a.
really like him.
I don't like Adol either, but I like the fight. It's just
Yeah.
it's someone who is chaotic and just want to cause chaos.
Yeah.
But there's like really not too much from what I've seen and read, there isn't much story behind Adol.
Yeah, because from what I remember when I was reading through their descriptions, Adel simply was just a dragon that ensues chaos and then chose to continue ensuing chaos, and that's what got him the title of Night Lord.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is like fair. Okay. You did what you wanted.
Yeah, like there's other bosses that had like really good story and meaning. One for sure, like Dark Drift. I love Dark Drift.
Yeah.
The other one is Gladius. Gladius, those are like the top tier, in my opinion, of story writing, fighting, and atmosphere.
Yeah. I would agree. Yeah.
And then the music is also phenomenal. That's another one that I
Oh
do
man.
enjoy.
Yeah. The best soundtrack of all of the Night Lords, I would say, is Caligo.
I really don't understand. Not it's not really hate, but people really don't give Caliga its roses. Like I think she
Yeah.
deserves more roses than than what people are giving.
No, I wholeheartedly agree.
Like yeah, it's basically a basic story of she is the strongest of the dragons, so she became the Night Lord basically through election or whatever.
Yeah.
But there's still like honor behind it. There's like great vigor and strength. The music
Yeah.
is like dresses it up really well. Because Caliga is a
Yeah. Like
majestic dragon.
it shows her what would be seen as royal status.
Yeah.
Yeah. And her, like, if we talk about arenas, her arena is beautiful.
Oh, thus far, I believe Caliga has the best arena out of all of them. Yeah, that's even including Heliostar,
Yeah, holster.
Holster. Yeah,
Yeah.
like including him, I really do believe Caliga has the most beautiful stage.
I no, yeah, I would agree. Especially because, like, yeah, holster has the advantage of he manipulates his space, taking area or aspects of the other boss arenas, but just the entire thematic theme when it comes to Galago's boss arena is beautiful.
One of the coolest thing is like the background art is literally an eye of a dragon. Like that's
Yeah,
raw. That's like straight up raw. Always watching.
yeah,
Man, amazing.
no, yeah, and that's the crazy thing about it too, because like you said, there's a massive dragon eye in the background of it, right?
Yeah.
And it kind of lets you ponder: is Caligo the last of the dragons, or is there another dragon out there that legitimately just allowed her to be the Night Lord?
That's really, really interesting point because we can't really say. that she's the last of the Night Lords, but we can say that it could be basically like an augur situation.
Yeah, and that's what makes it crazy.
Yeah.
Because when you read through her description, it says that she watched most of the dragons go extinct,
Hmm.
and she was then given the position of Night Lord by the remaining dragons. So it
Yeah.
goes to show that, you know, one of two things. She fought off so many Nightfarers that either the dragons did go extinct or there are some that are hiding.
Yeah.
And the one that is whose eye is visible in that boss arena is one of the ones that appointed her as the Night Lord, in a sense.
Yeah. Yeah. No, Caliga, I don't know. Like I don't see why she doesn't get much roses, but I think it's well deserved. Caliga is a really well designed boss.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, one of my favorite, and it makes it more beautiful when it comes with the sovereign version of these bosses. The
Yeah.
sovereign actually dresses out a lot of the bosses really well,
Yeah. Yeah. No, I agree. Yeah.
which is crazy because a lot of the bosses when you look at it, because there's some merit to what you're saying about Caliga,
Mhm.
because we have Augur, who wasn't the actual Night Lord. You had the
Yeah.
sentient pests. They weren't the actual Night Lords.
Yeah.
And then you have what's the name of that one? No, yeah, those are the main two.
Yeah, those are
Um,
the only two that have like a stand-in.
yeah, but yeah, no, I just these are well written, well designed, and the sovereign version makes it more like really beautiful. So evolving back to
Yeah.
Caliga is just like there's more to it. There's It's not just Caliga. It's not just the sentient pest. It's not just the Gladius. There's a lot
Yeah.
more to it.
No, yeah. I would agree. Yeah. Especially because when you take into detail the story being told within the three phases.
Yeah, Three Phases really dresses them up real well
Mhm.
because you know what is what and what's going on now. Especially it's like
Yeah.
Gladius turns to what his master was basically,
Yeah.
and then you
He
have
uh-huh.
the repentance of what's his face, Dark Drift,
Yeah.
and then you have the guidance of what do you call that? Of the sentient pests. Like everyone is
Yeah.
drawn through their sovereign form, which you can see a better picture of who they are and what they are.
Yeah. No, yeah, and I mean honestly, out of all of them, when it comes to like beautiful storytelling, Dark Drift has the most beautiful one.
Oh yeah, I agree. Dark Drift, like
Yeah.
even though I hate him, I hate his move patterns and everything.
Yeah.
He
Like his
is.
boss fight is annoying, but his story is just beautifully told.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Another one that really kind of, it was a, how can I say? It was a downer, but it was what you call like given,
Yeah.
which is crazy because we were talking about it a while ago, and we
Uh-huh.
basically predicted the boss fight.
Oh,
Libra.
Libra. Yeah. The Equilibrium Beast.
It's so funny that he is considered. He calls himself the Equilibrium Beast, and everybody calls Libra the Equilibrium Beast. But later on, he goes to literally a child's temper tantrum
Yep.
and turns to what he actually is, which is, a
A
false god,
devil. A
a
demon.
devil,
Yeah.
a demon. So it's really, I like that From Software did that.
Yeah. And that's the thing, because it was very like a lot of people would have said like, oh, I would have never had expected this coming from him. But if you truly understood what the story was about these characters, these Night Lords, you would be able to predict it.
Yeah.
And, you know, Libra was straight up given just all the hints there, just straight up said, oh, yeah, I'm not going to play for her at all, regardless of what the situation is.
Yeah, that fight was so annoying.
It really was. Like, not annoying to difficult, just annoying because we just weren't able to strategize properly.
Yeah, we literally had to like I literally had to go bare bones. I thought like it's not gonna work out. I'm just gonna go bare bones.
Yeah,
Or I'm gonna go for these other classes. Hopefully everything works out. And nope, I did a terrible job.
yeah. That's the crazy part too, because then I literally just had to say, you know what, fine, I'll just I'll become a brute if I have to, and that's what ended up helping. Are you using this? No, you're not.
I'm going to use it.
How do I rotate this in? There it is. But yeah, and it's just so funny to see how everyone reacts differently to the Night Lords and the game itself.
Yeah. You know
So many
it.
people.
You
Uh
know
huh.
the
Go ahead.
reactions of people are some of them are pretty annoying.
Yeah.
You know what? The one that actually did irritate like the fire out of me because like
Uh huh.
I get it. It's a gimmick, but Maurice, that fight,
Maris.
yeah,
Yeah.
Maris was like annoying to hear. Like people calling it cap out. It
Cop
wasn't.
out. Yeah.
Yeah, cop out. It wasn't a proper boss fight, and da 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 da. And they're like, dude, like you guys do remember this is a FromSoft game, but it's supposed to be a roguelike. It's not. It's their take, their version. This is a FromSoft
Yeah.
game.
It's
Like,
like not all roguelikes are going to be exactly identical. It's like Souls-like games. Not all of them are going to be identical. Because if they all are identical, then what's the point of creating new games that just are going to be the same thing without adding an extra flavor?
yeah. Yeah, because the auger fight actually had a lot of meaning behind it.
Yeah.
And especially when you had Stormville involved, and then you have, why, Maris is so powerful in comparison to Augur. Like, it makes all the perfect sense. Like, the boss fight was meant to be like that.
Yeah.
But no, no, people like to complain about stuff. Like always.
No. Yeah. It's always going to be that way. No matter what franchise, what game it is, there's always going to be that corner of people that will toss stones and complain.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, because because when we were discussing it on our own, I remember saying it. One of the things that I love when it comes to the Maris fight is that FromSoft has a way of humbling you in many ways,
Yeah.
and the Maris fight was no different.
Yeah. No, yeah.
Yeah,
100%.
like you can fight that fight with all the equipment you worked for, and if you do, go for it. But there comes a point in time where you still need to rely on something, whether you want to admit it or not.
Yeah.
And the Maris fight was that.
Yeah. No, yeah. And as you can tell that he learned from his I guess you could say master, his teacher,
Mentor.
his
Yeah.
mentor. Because who does that? Miyazaki. That's who he
Yeah.
is.
No, yeah. But in the end, you know, and plus it just goes to show like we said, beautiful storytelling because uh Maris because it's funny actually now that I'm thinking about it more. Maris is basically the ruler of the seas,
Yeah.
and you're using a weapon named Storm Ruler or a weapon art.
Uh-huh.
You're using, in a sense, the sea against the sea.
I didn't think of it that way. That's actually pretty funny.
So, in a sense, you're just using Maris against itself in a funny way. And yeah, I mean, let me see. Let me read this again. Yeah, and if you're making the same thing over a span of a long time, then it doesn't really do anything productive with itself. And and that's the thing because if we go back to well, not even the beginning where I began when it comes to FromSoft. If we go back to Dark Souls 1, that game to Elden Ring and Night Rain is a far cry. Like, sure, fundamental wise, they're the same thing, but mechanic wise, utility wise, quality of life wise, visuals, it's entirely different.
Yeah.
And Elden Ring, like, I could go back and play Dark Souls 1 and find enjoyment in it, but it's not enjoyment in the sense of this is what a FromSoft Miyazaki game is, but it's because, in a sense, it's nostalgia because I played through Dark Souls 1 when I was in high school. Yeah, in high school. And the first time playing through the game, which is funny, FromSoft is the second company to have ever made me rage quit a game. And it takes a lot for a game to or for a franchise to do that to me. But it was because I can honestly say I was young and naive. I didn't understand what I was doing. And with Dark Souls 1, I didn't understand, like I said, I didn't understand what I was doing. So I was so used to games giving you a map and a compass, giving you objective pointers through like Assassin's Creed or uh what other game? What other game did I play during that time? Assassin's Creed. Oh, Far Cry, because we had played through Far Cry at that time, where they give you the little map markers, right?
Yeah.
And when I played through um, Dark Souls 1, you don't get any of that. The game it literally tells you this is where you are, go figure it out. And, you don't feel comfortable not being told what you need to do. And the first week, week and a half of playing through Dark Souls 1, I didn't get past the Undead Burg because I didn't know what I was doing or where I was going. I dropped the game. And then I started looking more into Dark Souls and what it was like about who Miyazaki was and everything. And I was thinking about it. I was all like, "Oh, there's something different about this franchise. I want to know more about it." And I learned more about it. I learned some of the character story and all that. To eventually, I said, "You know what? Let me try the game again." And I tried the game again, and I got past the Undead Burg. And I remember because I didn't even the only thing I looked up clearly was to get the Drake sword. because I wanted the Drake sword because it looked cool. Other other than that, I played the game blind. And in Elden Ring, it's the same way. You're not really told where you're going or what you're doing, but there's a point in time where the characters of the game say, "Oh, here, let me mark this on your map." But it doesn't tell you that they marked it on your map. You still got to look for it yourself, and it adds a sense of livelihood to the games.
Yeah.
And Night Rain is the same way when it comes to expedition. We constantly, constantly, and people like who watch this stream Night Rain, we constantly pull up the map just to make sure where we're going.
Yeah.
And honestly, it's something that not I would say not many games have. Everyone just needs to be told what they're doing.
I'm glad that you're saying that about, like the maps and stuff like that, right? Because I remember the original vision for Elden Ring. Because, it kind of did irritate me they updated the game so much. Um,
Yeah,
and people, people, they praised it because of that. But to be honest, I wasn't too happy about the updates. You
yeah,
have this guy's vision, and he wants you to work. That was the whole point of the game. The whole point of FromSoft game is to work. He finally
yeah.
gives an open world game, right?
Uh huh.
And a lot of people are upset about it because it's not a true open world game from what they're used to.
Yeah,
They're like, dude, this is as open world you can get. You have a freaking map. You have markers and tokens. Like he wants you to mark these. He doesn't have to
yeah,
mark. He wants you to say, "Oh, I'm right here," and oh, there's a cave right here. Oh, they do have a cave. Oh, yeah, I do have a cave pin. That was the
yeah,
whole Miyazaki thing.
yeah,
But no, yeah, and that's kind of one of the things that did irritate me about the because okay, who was it? I was talking to someone about it. Elden Ring brought in a lot of the people who are not used to FromSoft games,
yeah,
and which is fine. I don't mind, but I hate when they hard press on the artists,
yeah,
and that's what irritated me about the whole push for, oh, this is too hard, oh, this is this and that. And granted, probably, yeah, you know heck.
right.
Radon is ridiculously hard. Melania is super difficult. Till this day is still super difficult.
Yeah,
Um but like don't don't change the art too much,
yeah,
because the game was like those kind of boss fights, they're meant to be super duper hard. It's almost like
yeah,
it's like those moments because what was it? One of the big things that did change is the first boss. The Scion, I don't consider it as the first boss.
yeah. I
Um,
mean, it's just tutorial boss. So it's like that's not really the first boss.
yeah. So later on, you have, like in Dark Souls, every first boss you meet, besides Dark Souls 2, the first boss will annihilate you.
Yeah,
It's like the phrase says, "Welcome to Dark Souls."
yeah. And that's the thing because it's not annihilating to bully you. It's annihilating you because it's preparing you for what you're going to get yourself into.
Exactly.
Because what? Because it's funny. One of the great um thinners or gatekeepers for Elden Ring, like
Uh,
base game Elden Ring. Like you said, I don't consider the Scion uh, a boss
yeah,
because there's technically two first bosses you can encounter.
yeah,
Tree Sentinel is a gatekeeper.
Yeah.
So many people attempted to fight Tree Sentinel on the first go. And, there are some who decided to keep going head in first, not realizing that, oh, I could just sneak around him, which is also a funny way to kind of show off the sneaking system
Yeah.
for Elden Ring. Because it's like, oh, yeah, you can just sneak past him. You don't really have to fight him right out the gate. But so many people could be so hard pressed to fight Tree Sentinel and they get stuck there and they would rage.
Yep.
Or, they're like, you know what? Can I go around him? And then they'll go around him. Then you have the second gatekeeper, and the one that, almost got to me is Margit.
Margit is a well-designed person. Well-designed
Yeah.
fight. He was hysterically one of my favorite ones.
Uh-huh.
Um, how can I put it? Yeah, I know he's annoying because he comes out of nowhere and whatnot, but it makes sense. It makes sense
Yeah.
because of the kind of guy he is.
Yeah.
But I think it's just, like it's kind of irritating that like they had to nerf the guy. Like to be honest, for me,
Yeah.
I like I don't think he needed to get nerfed. I thought it was perfect. It was like one of those like
Yeah.
welcome to Dark Souls moments. Like, yep, this
Yeah.
is typical FromSoft.
That's it. That's exactly what it was. It's like, oh, welcome to Elden Ring. Please get your ticket number, or yeah, your ticket number at the Gray site.
Yeah. And you know what's another thing too that I think a lot of people mess up in the community is the
Uh-huh.
whole how can I put it? The whole like you're not supposed to use spirits, you're not supposed to use summons.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
designed for that. Like the
Yeah. No, I
game
mean,
was meant.
because the funniest thing about it too, it's those people that say it's like, oh, you're playing the game wrong if you're using the mimic tier, or
Mhm.
the summoning build, or you're summoning people to fight the game. I fought the game barehanded all by myself. Good for you. That's how you wanted to play the game. I'll play the game how I like, and go tell that to the creator of the game because he played through the game using all that stuff.
Yeah, because
Like,
the whole point that
uh huh,
that I remember what Miyazaki said, is basically you treat it like life.
yeah,
The hardships of life is there, and you get your lessons out of it. Like there's a lot of equipment, a lot of items, and a lot of skills that you could use to utilize to help you progress and win the game. It's the exact same thing IRL.
yeah,
Yeah, give you your clap for try you did everything with your fist and whatnot.
right,
But how long did that take you? 2 years?
yeah,
Well, not 2 years,
yeah,
but like a whole year.
yeah,
If you actually have a job, it took you like if you don't have a job, it took you 6 months. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So like we have
right,
like we're like for example like us, we work, we're adults, we have
yeah,
responsibilities, we have things to do, people to take care of, checking on friends and family.
yeah,
Like we're not loners. Like we have stuff going on.
yeah. No, yeah, of course,
And I think that's one of the beauties that the game does give is that no, like the challenges, and that's the crazy part. The challenge is still there, even though you have all of this stuff with you.
yeah. Like, yeah, a lot of people, because which I still need to go back and finish that playthrough. But at the same time, if we're gonna be doing our co-op playthrough, it's like that one can wait until later on. But even then, like with my solo playthrough, I'm playing through and I'm using everything. I have mimic tiers. I have uh stacked equipment to keep myself alive longer, but I still break high attempt numbers for certain bosses. because even if I'm well kitted out, it doesn't matter if you make a mistake and the boss or the enemy capitalizes on your mistake.
Yeah. Yeah. And so, like I think like the actual people like OGs from FromSoft. One of the big things that they always say and that offended people, and I even began to use it again because of Night Rain, is to simply to get good.
Yeah, and that's what it is.
You know what's so
It's
funny? You
uh
know,
huh.
because of the whole get good phrase. People during Elden Ring when it first came out, and us in the community who's been there like forever, right? We hear the
Yeah,
phrase "get good." We just take it as like, yeah, you're right. No, I just need to get good. I need to be able to figure something out to defeat this boss.
yeah,
But the people who are new, they really didn't get the phrase. They took
yeah.
it very personable.
Oh yeah, and I don't blame them because they're not used to it. But that's
Yeah.
the thing, because then like they can go around and ask more, I guess, empathetic players of the series,
Mhm.
and they'll ask them. It's like, okay, what do they mean when they say get good? Oh, simple. They're not. Some of them are saying it to be jerks. Other of them are saying it because that's literally what you have to do with this game. You have to learn the game. You have to, in a sense, become better than what you are. Like, yeah, some of them are going to be jerks when they say it, but there is a good majority that are saying it to push you to become better. They're just saying it in the meme way.
Yeah. Yeah, and I
Yeah.
usually tell like, well, not now since we're talking about the get good and talk about the community. One of the big things that does irritate me is like these TikTokers, these reelers, Instagram reelers, or YouTube Shorts people, and they
Yeah.
go to the point of saying this is the meta, or this is what you need, or this is that.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, 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 no. That like, yeah, you can do high output damage with that, but that's not the meta. Like, there is no
Yeah.
such thing as meta. There's something called skill, and I
Yeah.
think a lot of people have forgotten about that, especially in gaming. They
Oh
just
yeah.
they take it, metas to heart.
Yeah.
Like, oh, the meta is a bleed build, and then and then they meet a sorcerer and they get mollywopped, or
Yeah, of
the
course.
meta is bonk bonk, and then they meet up with a priest and then they get mollywops.
Yeah. Or the meta can be something that no one except for a handful of people know how to properly do. So they can fight with someone who's just using berry equipment and still get mollywopped because they don't even know how to properly use the meta build.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of the major issues I have when it comes to the FromSoft community. In a sense, it's that you have your people that sit on a pedestal, puffing their own smoke and thinking that, well, you have to play the game this way, or this is the build you have to do in order to properly beat through the game and become a better player. It's like, no, not necessarily, because if that was the case, then why didn't the creator himself do it?
Yeah. It really does take skills, and it does take what like what you're used to, and if in the
Yeah,
game.
yeah. But at the same time, it like that is also one of the beauties of the community because it causes people to be creative with their builds
Yeah, no,
as well.
I see some creations, and I'm like, what the heck is this? But it works.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, for crying out loud, I mean, you hate it, but Dark Souls 2, my build should not have been that successful.
Oh, you talk about the
I was, yep,
sorcerer
the
and
with the whip.
with the whip.
Yeah. that should not have been as successful as it was, but it was. And you see what my current build is for Elden Ring too. A sorcerer who likes to punch people. That build should not be as successful as it is.
Yeah. What window are we missing?
I think it's this back one.
Are you sure?
Oh, I don't think it is. Oh, I see it. But yeah,
Hidden corner.
but that's one of the things I do love about the community. It causes the creativity to literally just pour out of the person.
Yeah. Yeah, and when Night Rain came out, and one thing that I did appreciate about Night Rain, right, is
Yeah,
that you have these people's, they're saying, they say like, oh, you can't keep a meta, it gets randomized and this and that, and it's hard to do what you want to do because of all of the randomization and whatnot. And like, that's good. Keep
yeah,
everybody on your toes. Get good.
no,
That's
yeah,
basically, yeah, just get good.
yeah, no. It's get good, and it goes back to what we were saying. If everything literally had to be stays the same way, the game becomes boring.
Yeah.
And honestly, like, yeah, granted, during our runs, the game just so happens to give us almost a one-to-one copy of whatever previous run we were doing. But I mean, we still experiment with what our build is.
It's so crazy that you said the whole, we get some of the one for one stuff, right? That we
Yeah,
learn to capitalize on it. Like,
yeah,
oh, this is the same seed. Okay, we know what to do. Instead of doing what we did originally, and if this is the same seed, we're gonna go this way. We change the whole plan
yeah,
completely and
yeah.
accordingly. And
Like,
I'm not trying to say people are stupid, but I don't know if people think like that.
yeah, no, yeah, because like you've seen me when at work. Like, I listen to or watch a series and listen to series of different stuff.
Hmm.
But there are some Night Rain players who I've watched, and oftentimes, or not oftentimes, sometimes they'll get the same luck that we do, and they get a seed that they once played on. And those guys, when they get the same seed, they're like, okay, we know exactly what to do here, and now we know how to move around. Like we'll do some things that are still the same from the previous run, but now we're gonna shift certain things differently. Kind of like how you and me would do, where it's like, oh, we have the same seed. We realize where we made a mistake. Now let's switch that over to a whole different strategy. See how that plays out now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like there are those handful of people that, you know, think and change how the strategy went. And then you have the other people who are like, oh well, it's the same seed. I'm just gonna do the same thing. And if I fail, then it's the game's fault. It's like, no, that's not the game's fault. That's on you because you didn't adapt from your first mistake.
Yeah, you didn't learn from your first mistakes. You just let it happen, and boom, that's why you're not progressing.
Yeah.
And you know what? That's another thing that did irritate me about, Night Rain, is you have the rage quitters, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, bro, like you literally you gonna leave me hanging like that?
Yeah.
It's like
Uh,
one of the big things is for sure like you should not do a run with in multiplayer if one you get mad easily, or
yeah.
two you're short in time, or three what was the third one? Or three you're trying to be in charge all the time
Yeah.
because it really leaves a bad taste. And there's some people who can't who really don't know how to lead. They just really don't.
Yeah.
And it hinders the whole, what do you call that? The whole gameplay. Interesting. Why can I not put it there? But no, yeah, and it's irritating that you have these people who, I get they can't talk and you can't communicate. Like, understand all of that. It's pretty frustrating. But in all
Yeah,
reality, it's just like some of the stuff isn't too difficult to understand.
yeah,
Like, I play with randos, and they want to do something. Yeah, yeah. I give the bone. I give the roses or whatever.
yeah,
I'll do it for the laughs and giggles and see how everything will work out. But you get mad
yeah,
because your plan didn't fall through, and you're gonna blame your teammates because of it. Like, nah, 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 nah. Like, you gotta step back now, buddy.
yeah. That's not how this goes.
Yeah. They're like, learn how to play, man. Learn how to play. It's okay. It's
Yeah,
okay to die a couple of times. It's not. It's not. You know, the end of the world.
yeah. Especially when they choose to rage quit like midday too. It's like, really? You're gonna out of all the times for you to choose to quit, you choose now?
Yeah, that's really irritating.
Yeah, because I've had my fair share of playing with randos, and man, the insanity of people just quitting because they didn't get what they wanted. And it's like, do do you not realize that this is a team game? And one, I'd like, do you expect me to read your mind and know exactly what your build is? Like, I don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, Night Rain. One of the big things about Night Rain that I learned is that you know when you play with a team and there is no communication, there's a learning curve with that lack of communication.
Yeah,
Is for the individual to actually look and think,
yeah,
and a lot of people don't do that
yeah.
because you need to look and think. A lot of people want to make a build for themselves, and they don't
Mm-hmm.
think about their teammates.
Yeah.
And what Night Rain basically helps for that skill is to actually think and consider, oh, okay, I'm gonna have a Revenant and I'm gonna have a Duchess in my team. I should play Guardian or whatever, right?
Yeah.
I'm playing as Guardian, which is basically a very defensive person. I should drop my Great Shield and go double bonks. They're like, what the
Yeah.
heck are you doing? What the
Yeah.
heck?
No, yeah, no. And you're right, because you have those people that play that way. That like, oh yeah, I'm the tanky guy, but I'm gonna go ahead and play magic with this character. Why? Like, what benefit does that do for you and the people that are on your team?
Yeah,
Or, oh, I'm playing as recluse. Okay, I'm gonna use talons or fist weapons because I'm now the tank. No, you're not. You're just gonna die. Like, we don't need you to become a liability.
yeah,
Like, we need you to be a cog in this machine.
yeah. And that's the thing too, because I'm glad that you use that phrase. A lot of people don't want to be a cog in a machine, and they think it's bad. They
Hmm.
think that it's like, oh, I want to be against the grain. I want to be different and whatnot. Like, I get you, bro, but this isn't a game for that.
Yeah.
This game is meant for cooperation. But I can't communicate. How is it a cooperative game if I can't think? It's like I tell people, like my friends and like my brother-in-law and everyone, like, think, dude, think. It's not hard to think. You have a
Yeah.
brain. Use it. Stop watching TikTok. Stop watching Instagram. Just think for a moment, my guy,
Yeah.
and
Like, like,
process what you're gonna do.
yeah. It's like, just because one person says like, you have to use this meta or you're playing the game wrong, or you're playing as this character, you have to be searching for this stuff. No, you don't. Like, if you want to do that, go play solo. Like, I'm not going to be dealing with having to worry about a revenant who just wants to carry around big sticks and then immediately dies, and now they're begging to be picked up. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not here to babysit that. I'm not here to babysit a wilder who wants to go and take all the credit or just walks around because they think they're trying to get a cool TikTok reel for their aura farm. It's like, that's not what I'm here for. I'm here to get in, kill things, kill the Night Lord, get out, take a small break, and do it again.
Exactly. But no,
It's
no,
like,
no. People don't want to think like that.
yeah, it's like, if you really want me to be a part of your TikTok, Instagram reel, or YouTube short, if I'm a part of that, it's because one, I know you. Two, we're in a voice chat and we're messing around. Because you and me have had so many case in points where we do that.
Yeah. Like, yeah, we have our laughs and giggles and we mess around and stuff and whatever. But there's sometimes like we want to be serious and trying to get the job done.
Yeah, no, and yeah, and Alex, he worded it in a very in a very good way as well. It really shows that many would walk off the cliff as they tried to be unique when they were following a flock that was doomed to die in the first place.
Oh, what was the meme? What is that meme?
The blind leads the blind.
Yeah, the blind lead the blind. Have you seen that meme, Alex? Man, that thing is hilarious. When the blind
And
lead.
yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, okay, fine. And someone can listen to us who they have their own thoughts and ideas that may be different from ours. And it's like, oh well, I mean, that's why I'm better than you at Elden Ring. Good for you. I, you know, respects to you for spending so much time and learning the game. I don't have all that free time. I ha- I have a life.
I'm a working man. I have friends. I have family.
Yeah, it's like I, I tip my hat to you. You've learned how to use Moonveil to utterly destroy me and roll catch me. I'm hanging out with a friend and I'm gonna go airsofting for the day. Like, we are not the same people.
Yeah. It's funny because it, it and that's interesting because you have these people who played. They say like the meme right or what's trending right now. I've played Elden Ring or Night Rain for such and
Yeah,
such out 250, 300 hours or whatever, right? Excuse me.
yeah,
I don't play like that. Like I
yeah,
only have like I managed to beat all the Night Lords under 100 hours, right?
yeah,
But I work. I managed to
yeah,
beat all the Sovereigns past a little bit after 100 hours.
yeah.
I don't know what that says about me actually. Now thinking about it,
No, yeah. And I mean, yeah, okay, fine, granted. I have 210 hours on
you
Elden Ring.
have 210.
I think it's 200, either 210 or 190 something. But I know
Damn.
I'm within range of the 200s or a little past 200.
That's wild, bro.
But sure, yeah, I
You
have
need a
that many hours.
life.
I have that many hours into the game, right?
Uh huh.
Like, I only have that many hours because I literally forced myself to sit there and have that many hours. Because for if I go back and I look at all my hour logs for every single FromSoft game, I don't go past 100. Night Rain is the only FromSoft game where I've broken over 200 solely because I sat there to learn the game properly. And even then, I still don't know what I'm doing.
That's funny.
It's like, oh, you should watch, this person because they easily.
There you go.
uh describe everything that they're doing. It's like good for him, but it's like how I say with the AI stuff. You become so reliant on those other people, you forget to think for yourself. You start becoming dumb in a sense. I don't want to be that. I I have a functioning brain. I want to use it. If I really get stuck on something, then yes, I will go to outside sources and see what they say and get help from that.
Hey,
But if I can figure it out on my own,
come down here.
then
Come,
I'm going to figure it out. Uh huh.
come down here. Stop and come down here.
What's up?
Look at the tire.
Uh huh.
Look at the way how to spell it.
Oh yeah, it's spelled with a Y.
Why?
Why not?
Isn't that what's an I? Am
I
I
don't know.
mental?
Probably the British.
Alex.
Yeah. No. Yeah. And yeah. And that's the thing because Oz plays the game to enjoy it. I'm not saying that I don't play the game to enjoy it. I enjoy the game with how many hours I have in it. But Oz literally just shows up, plays, runs a few duos with me, and we're just cutting up, having fun.
Except
And when we
Libra.
get serious, yeah. But when we get serious because at the end of the day, it's just a game. There's no need to take it so seriously. But don't get me wrong. Once that update comes out, Dark of Night. Oh, you can bet yourself I'm gonna be grinding hours on that thing. They gave a little detail for what it sounds like. It literally just sounds like it's the Chalice dungeons from Bloodborne mixed with Boss Rush.
Oh, challenge the chalice dungeon.
Yeah,
That's gonna be annoying.
I appreciate that
That means it's gonna
because
be.
I'm gonna need all that luck.
Oh, the chalice dungeon is a very interesting concept. I'm surprised they never really brought it back. You know what it is, right?
Well, it because isn't it supposed to be just like Boss Rush, like Boss Floors?
It's randomized rooms, and yes, they are boss fights, but it's just a bunch of like an actual roguelike type of thing.
Yeah,
Yeah. So if they're gonna do it, I'm quite intrigued on how they're gonna do it.
yeah,
Are they gonna do it by? I remember there was a game where you can't get into it because you need to get a key for it
yeah,
for the dungeon. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Yeah, I remember there's some games that they have stuff like that.
yeah.
So I wonder if they're gonna
Because
do that.
because I know the Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess has something similar to like a dungeon crawler like that,
Hmm.
but it wasn't with bosses. It was just literally just the series of enemies that you've already fought. And what was
Are
that
you
like?
talking about
15?
the underground thing?
Yeah.
You never played any of the Dark Souls game, Alex? That's crazy. You should try it. You might pull your hair out, but you should try it.
He's going through Elden Ring right now.
Oh, he is.
Yeah.
I say Elden Ring is one of the best way to start. It's one of personally is one of the easiest from soft games,
Yes. I would have to
especially
agree.
after all the updates. I think it's a lot. They made it very easy.
It's very not beginner friendly. What's the word I'm trying to look for?
It's good to get your feet wet.
Yeah, it's a good introduction to what the FromSoft series will give you.
Yeah, because Dark Souls, you know, you guys are lucky. The newer generation is coming into these FromSoft games, bro. These boss rush, and not boss rush like you be fighting a bunch of bosses. The boss rush is like you have to go to the bonfire, run all the way to the boss fight. That was annoying.
Oh man, trust me, the bo- the boss runs in Dark Souls 1 to comparing to the rest is it is not fun, especially Anne Orlando boss runs. You got to run through all the Silver Knights, you got to run through the giants. You got to get not you got to yeah, not get sniped by the Silver Knights. And then you got the little demon things that are standing around. Man, boss runs in Dark Souls 1 were the worst, but also the most fun. That's why I'm so jumpy on everything now. That game traumatized me so hard.
Where are you at, Elden Ring, Alex? I'm quite curious now. But what were you saying before? Before all of the talk or whatever, Arnolando and good auto
Yeah,
videos.
just the hours that people put into a game. It's
Oh, yeah.
like it's a matter of just enjoying the game. And I honestly I want to say I blame Call of Duty for it mostly, or just mostly competitive games because everyone just you got to do this, you got to do that, you can't do this, you can't do that. Oh, you do this, then you've done everything wrong. It's like no, just let people enjoy the game. Don't suck people into your twisted ideals of what the series needs to be just because that's how you like playing it. It's like just let people enjoy the game their way.
The city that has Frosty the Snowman. Okay.
Oh, he advanced further from what I remember. So he's in Langdale Capital.
Yeah. He can finish the game if he wants, huh?
Uh, just about.
Have you done
Yeah, I
everything, or
think.
are you just doing the main mission? Now I'm quite curious. Frosty the Snowman. That's a really hilarious name for them.
It really is. I never really put two and two together until he said it when we were playing Night Rain.
That's funny.
But yeah, it's like people just need to enjoy the game.
Yeah, Call of Duty. What was it? Not. I think it was 2019. Not 2019. I forgot what Call of Duty. Like I know. I know for sure it's after Ghosts, where everything was
Yeah,
like hard
yeah, because the
pressed
one,
on
yeah, because
metas.
starting after um Call of Duty Ghost was Advanced Warfare, BO4, and Infinite Warfare.
Yeah, I think it was what do you call that?
It wasn't advanced. It wasn't Advanced Warfare because everyone hated Advanced
I
Warfare.
thought it was due to loot boxes, and people were saying that some of the loot boxes does give quote
Oh,
unquote
you
a
know what? No,
meta
I think you're right.
firearm.
Yeah, I think you're right. Actually, yeah, I forgot loot boxes were a thing. But yeah, the introduction of meta was not was is a terrible stain on gaming.
Yeah. Yeah, the word meta really I think did trip up a lot of the whole thing about gaming in general with the involving, it just involved, with all that stuff. of yeah, I'm
Yeah.
losing my train of thought because I'm working.
Yeah.
it it really messed everything up due to the things of how to enjoy a game. Um,
Mhm.
because in the generation that I was in, like you play
Yeah.
according to the art of the game,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
now you don't really get stuff like that.
Yeah. No, yeah, you're right. Which is, one thing that I tip my hat to Nintendo. No matter how old their games are, they still keep their formula. Like, yeah, they'll experiment here and there, but when you play through a Mario game, you're playing through Mario.
Yeah.
When you're playing through Legend of Zelda, you're playing through Legend of Zelda. Like, you're not playing Legend of Zelda with Skyrim aesthetics. Like, you're just playing Legend of Zelda with open world. And with Mario, again, you're not playing like Sly Cooper or Crash Bandicoot or any other platformer games. You're playing through Mario,
I
the jump man.
never like I remember what you call that Sly Cooper. It's been so long that I've seen or heard of it. Have they like
Y-
made a new game recently or nah?
Not that know of. I don't really remember all of Sly Cooper. I just remember that he was a raccoon.
Lol.
Then again, I don't think we ever really touched the Sly Cooper games. They
I
have to.
have I have PS2
Oh, have you?
or PlayStation 1. I think it's PS2. Yeah, I played Sly Cooper before.
Mm, that's news to me.
Yeah, we only rented it, and I wanted to get it, and then my mom said no because it advertised stealing.
Oh, you know what? No, you're right. You're right. You're right. I do remember that now, actually. Yeah, I do remember that now because we're good Christian people.
Lol. That was before that.
It was before that.
No, I remember mom was like, "No, you can't." It advertised stealing, like, but it's fun. It's fun to steal.
but
No.
but he's stealing for good reasons. And then we played Conquer Bad Fur Day, which was a terrible decision.
Oh, dude, that game stained
That's a
us.
whole other See, that's a whole other topic. Is just the games that affected us growing up. That's a whole other topic.
That's like a true bullet game.
Yeah, it was
I ain't gonna lie, I wish they bring it back.
Conquer.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Conquer Bad Fur
Yeah,
Day.
I played through it again. I played through a remake, a remaster, a continuation.
Who owns the right for that? Rare, was it?
It's rare, yeah.
That's funny.
Oh, actually, technically, it's Microsoft because Microsoft bought Rare.
Mm.
But that's besides the point. All in all, it's like, man, if I'm playing Elden Ring, let me play the game as I want. If I'm playing Dark Souls, let me play the game like I want. If I'm playing Bloodborne, let me play the game I want. Even for Demon Souls, like I do want to go back and play Demon Souls. I just sadly I don't own a PlayStation. But I mean, not only that, story wise, the stories for each of the games are beautiful in their own way. Like with Elden Ring, to stay on the topic of Elden Ring since we're talking about Elden Ring, the story for Elden Ring, it's literally the more I think about it, it shares similarities to Dark Souls One, except for the basis of you're a guy earning his right of kinglyhood in a sense,
Yeah.
and you go through your trials, you go through everything, You gotta slay the god children,
The
but
child.
I mean, the a child. But even then, it's like just the different ways that they allow you to progress on how to slay, like Radon, Melania, and all of them. It's just I honestly think it's beautifully done. Like these people who are either one, they really don't want to fight, but fight because you're invading in their area, or two, they want to defy fate, so therefore they fight whoever gets in their way. All while a lowly tarnished is there trying to get his bread.
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 Well, ladder. You're doing the ladder right now.
Yeah, I'm up here
Tired.
on the ladders.
How much tired is it? No.
Probably back left.
Nope. It's front right.
No, front right. Interesting. But yeah. Also, just the stories of the characters. Again, they're just, and we've discussed this before. Man, R. Martin did a good job with the way he wrote Elden Ring.
Yeah.
But if it wasn't for like the direction and guidance of Miyazaki, who knows how the story would have been.
It's really crazy. Because they're doing a film now, right? For
Yeah,
Elden Ring.
yeah,
And I don't mind, but I'm very skeptical. Like
yeah.
very. A lot of people are giving praise of the guy who's directing it, and all credit. Yeah, no,
Hmm.
it's awesome. Some of his work is good, and people, all of his work is good. No, no, some of his work is good. Civil
Yeah.
War wasn't that good. It really wasn't. It wasn't a good one.
Oh, is he the same guy that directed Civil War?
Yeah, the same guy who directed Civil War and Warfare.
Oh,
Warfare was
okay.
phenomenal.
Dude, oh my goodness, Warfare was phenomenal.
But yeah, he's directing the new what you call it, the movie,
Yeah,
and you know, I really do hope he does it right. I hear some good stuff coming out from it, such as he's actually flying to Japan and talk to Miyazaki to basically say, "Is this good?" I
yeah.
heard of
No,
that.
yeah. Like being honest, Alex, they are making an Elden Ring movie. Yeah, real talk, they are making a film, and I mean, the director so far from the films that I watched, it's hit or miss because you've watched Civil War. You've watched Civil War, right?
Ah, yeah, I watched it. Alex, I don't
Okay,
know if he
yeah,
watched it. Yeah, no, I didn't like Civil War at all. I don't think
yeah,
it was a well written story. I really did not like it. I
yeah,
loved Warfare. I think is the movie for sure for me for the year.
yeah,
Yeah, it's really well written. It was well designed. Everything was real and lively. I really did enjoy Warfare.
oh yeah, I would
For
agree.
Captain
Warfare
America?
was
No, 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 no. It's not. It's
no,
literally a movie called Civil War. I think it came
yeah,
out last year. I think it came out last year.
yes, it was last year because of the elections.
Yeah, I think the publisher was A24.
Yeah, it's A24 Studios that published it. I
Yeah.
just forget what the name of the director was.
Yeah. But yeah, I will recommend. And like I told a couple people about Warfare. I'm like, nah, yeah, dude, that movie's awesome. You gotta watch it. Everybody came up to me. I was like, dude, that movie was awesome. I was like, nah, yeah, dude, that's the movie, man.
That film is lit.
That film is lit. I sensed everything.
I gave the man my SNN. That's how much I love his work. Oh, okay, we're done. But yeah,
I'm watching the replay.
no, yeah, I'm sitting here watching it too. But
Yeah,
yeah,
dude, when you get the chance, do it, man. Rent it out or do something, man. If you're gonna watch Warfare, especially Warfare, you should definitely do it with surround sound. You won't regret it. Or
it
if you watch also with what do you call that? Headphones. You get the one. Make sure you put it in like a setting where you have surround sound setting in your headphones. Oh, dude, you will love it. I guarantee you will love it. If not,
it is a trip.
I'll give you a quarter and a nickel.
It is a trip. It is indeed something that will have you see things differently. Especially because since again the title gives away what the theme is. It is a warfare. It's a battlefield uh aesthetic uh movie.
Yeah, I ain't trying. I don't want to say too much about it. Like I want him to
Yeah.
enjoy it. Yeah, no, it's a really solid movie. Every person who I recommended it loved it. Like sometimes they want to kiss me and send me and take me out to a dinner. That's how much they loved it. No,
I think that's a bit stretching it there.
I don't know, man. Johnny loved it.
I mean, Johnny's weird.
That's wild,
He is though, but we love him nonetheless.
my boy, my boy Johnny. How weird. Alex, you have ideas? My boy got ideas.
uh, let's just say what you see when playing Ready or Not, it can be a bit weirder than that.
Okay, what is more weird? A guy who like Johnny, or a guy that hopes to see cripple women in a base?
You know what? That is actually the best way to describe how weird you two can be.
I mean, I'm not like come on, man. Like it's like easy XP, man.
I mean, I don't know, man. The way you say it whenever we get in those bases, it doesn't sound like it's easy XP.
I don't know, man. I'm trying to.
Alex can vouch, man. He's heard you.
Johnny's. That's wild. He called me weird too, man.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's the best way to describe how weird you both are. See, unlike you guys, I haven't said a single thing
Oh no.
to out to
Oh
out
no.
myself as weird.
Don't you it. You're a filthy degenerate.
Hey, but I keep it under the table.
Crazy word. He's not
Let's
innocent.
see.
I guarantee you he's not.
He's lying. This is slander,
His slander is crazy.
is it not though?
No. It's definitely
No, no, no.
definitely true.
It's okay. It's okay, Alex. It's okay, Alex. He doesn't need to say anything. He knows it's slander.
Crazy word.
Let's see. What else can we talk about right now?
I don't know. I just noticed that we hit 83 minutes.
Did we? Oh, we did. Wow. But yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Have you seen those? The
Alice.
one. Yeah, Alex, you too. Have you ever seen Chit before? Why is that Oz? Because it is. Um, there's this guy. His name is Chit and Chip, Chip, one of those two.
Chit. Yeah.
And
CHIT.
and he is one of the most geekiest, nerdiest dude you will see. But it's hilarious. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if he's like. I don't know if they posted on YouTube and TikTok, but it's on Instagram, and it's one of the funniest skits. They're just. It's basically the Office aesthetic, but in short form format with a bit more. Would you say it's a bit more unhinged?
I don't know.
No, right?
No, no. It has actually like a little unhinged. Yeah, a little. There's some stuff I just started to remember like, oh yeah, no, that's weird.
Yeah.
Hilariously weird.
Yeah.
I think it got popular with the black person here.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Was there a black person here?
Excuse you? Yeah. Just yeah.
I need to know what's his name so I can actually drop it because man, it's hilarious. It's really funny. You
It
see it
is
like on
pretty funny.
Instagram Reels or TikTok. I think they do have a TikTok.
I wouldn't be surprised.
The black
I mean,
person.
it's so crazy too because they had a WWE star in their skit and some other more. I guess the others are more prominent influencers as well, aside from their whole crew that they have there.
Linda's hilarious.
I've only ever seen two of those videos of her in it, and she's always being freaked out by Chit.
I mean, who wouldn't? To be honest.
Fair enough. Yeah, no, that's fair. You do it, girl.
You go, girl.
No, no, it's not you go, girl. It's you do it.
Oh yeah, you do it.
Do what? All of it. You do it. Do it, girl.
So stupid.
It is very dumb. So funny too, though.
What did you hear me say? What did I say, Alex?
So many stuff gets said in such a short span of time.
What, is there a black person here?
Yep. You're having too much fun with that one.
When I first saw it, I was dying. I was
Yeah.
like, dude,
No, it is
she's
exactly that
right
one
there.
too. Yeah.
I was like, dude, she's right there. Like, what the heck are you talking about?
Yeah. No, because the joke of it is, again, the guy in the skit, whose name is Chit, is looking for an item, but since he's a bit of a geek, he talks a bit funny. He has like a weird lisp slash slur. So when he's asking for a black purse, he's saying, "Is there a black purse in here?" But he says it in such a way that it sounds like how when Osvaldo or Oz says it.
Is there a black person here?
It's just
Oh,
really funny because it's so funny because there's a person of color in the video and she's just staring at shit like, "Say it one more time, I dare you."
oh yeah, there it is.
And he grabs the purse and then he walks out. We got we gotta find a video at some point because it's like, oh my goodness.
Don't worry, guys. I'm getting my computer set up soon. Everything is being set up. so I can have a proper setting and I can show videos and whatnot, so you guys can
Yeah.
understand what I'm talking about.
I need to work on my computer stuff too.
As a black person.
Okay, this guy. He's having too much fun with it.
This window doesn't want to go through.
Nothing beats like a Friday evening by stating funny online videos talking about Elden Ring and power washing the living mess out of vehicles.
Yeah, we've been getting a bunch of vehicles.
Yep, that we have been. You know, to get to return back to the topic of FromSoft as a whole, do you
Uh huh.
remember the first time you played any of the either Dark Souls, Bloodborne? Do you remember how your first experience went?
I remember my first experience. I was like, okay, this is pretty slow. It was I think Dark Souls, and I
Yeah,
was trying to figure stuff out. It wasn't too difficult, the Asylum Demon and all of that, but I remember I had to drop Dark Souls because of what you call it. I went to college, so I
yeah,
didn't enjoy Dark Souls 1 the way how I should have enjoyed it. So my true experience is when I jumped to Dark Souls 3, because from my understanding they're not connected, but they are connected, but they're not in the same
yeah,
time, but they're connected.
yeah,
So when I was playing Dark Souls 3, I was like, okay, similar to Dark Souls 1 for the little bit that I played. Alright, let's get this going. And the very first, where, they still had tutorial bosses, it
uh huh,
surprised me. Gundyr, that dude
yeah,
was, next level. He was too much for me. I was like, dude, this guy's insane.
yeah,
Oh, I forgot you could do that. Yeah, no, it took me a couple of tries with Gundyr, but when I managed to get it, I was pretty happy when I got it. Um, I didn't see it as too difficult. I did see it a bit frustrating.
yeah,
And I question why in the world, like, is there an easy difficulty mode? Like, I literally was looking for an easy difficulty mode. But
yeah,
later on, I found out that no, there is no easy difficulty mode. And this is bare bones the way how the game was made. And at first, I was like, well, this is stupid.
mm-hmm,
And then later on, I started getting into the community a bit, and I started learning that no, this is the way how the art was intended. And I was like, oh,
yeah,
wow, okay. But I was learning it through Dark Souls, like the understanding of it through Dark Souls 1. So I was like, okay, so it must be similar to Dark Souls 1. It's in the same name, Dark Souls 1, why not, right?
yeah,
Once I've gone through it, I'm playing it. But later on, I'm like, where's the story? It feels like I'm just killing bosses and, that's it.
yeah,
Done and over with. Like, I expected more out of it. And then later on, I found out, like, the storytelling comes through the items. So I
yeah,
go through this freaking massive rabbit trail trying to figure out what the heck is going on, who I killed. And, you get the depression mode because, like, I killed someone who was important.
yeah,
And then, later on, after fighting a bit and understanding a bit more, I figured out what was the art of FromSoft and their games, and I
yeah,
fell in love with it. It was different. It was amazing, and it taught hardship in a very good way for a video game. Like, it was not meant for you to really enjoy. It was meant for you to struggle so you can enjoy rewards. And it's
yeah,
something that we lost in gaming. I feel
yeah,
like a lot of it is right now given. And it
Hmm.
kind of does mess you up a little bit with Dark Souls because I can't play, you know, some games anymore in easy or normal difficulty. Like I have to pick hard.
Yeah,
Like Call of Duty,
yeah,
I pick veteran or hard or realistic.
yeah.
That's how it messed me up.
No, yeah, I completely get it.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of stuff in Dark Souls 3 that I wished that I had a better experience. Because from my understanding of playing Dark Souls, it was made as especially the final boss, like a love letter to the people who played Dark Souls 1.
Yeah.
I wish I had that experience. Yeah, because I remember you almost broke down from the good
Oh,
old
yeah,
pling pling plong.
yeah. No, yeah. Dark Souls as a series itself has a very special place in my heart. That game broke me a lot. The series itself broke me. And it's so funny too, because, if, to go back and more clearly tell my story about playing through Dark Souls, the first part stays the same. Yeah, I rage quit the game because I didn't know what I was doing. And very similarly to you, where like where is the story of the game? Like I don't see what the story is. I don't understand what's going on here. And then realizing that, oh no, the story comes from item descriptions. And then you start realizing as you go through DS1, you're like, oh, this game's a lot more heavier than I thought. And the message behind it, the way it gives this message. Because I remember you and me discussing it at work, having dinner, or even when watching anime. Funnily enough, like even just watching anime or TV series or whatever, and we talk about it. Dark Souls One or Dark Souls in general is a game that tells you either you do it or someone can do it for you. And when someone does it for you, no one will even recognize who you were. And it's a very hard message. It's a hard pill to swallow, especially when you take into the account, you know, the side stories of the character quest lines that you do. Solaire of Astora, Oscar of Astora, Sigmir of Katarina, and all of them. All those characters have beautiful story detailing to them, and these are people that have barely any screen time too, which is what makes it insane.
Yeah.
But man, sitting there, going through their stories with them, seeing them either persevere or fall is insane. I know we rarely ever talk about like Solaire, Sigmir, Sigward, Quaylana, Kirk, Carla, uh, freak, what's his name? What's his name? What's his name? The the sorcerer, freak, I forget what his name was. But I know we rarely talk about them. But these are people in that world that have their own trials and tribulations that, they kind of couple themselves to you because you kind of become a stone to them. And it's either you help them or you fail them, and once they gain, if you help them, once they gain that confidence to start pushing things towards themselves, you'll see that either they succeed or they fail. One of the hardest hitting ones, a lot of people will say, is Solaire. And granted, yeah, Solaire is a very hard hitting story because it's a dude searching for his son, not his like child, but he's looking for something greater than him.
Yeah.
And in his uh push to search for that greater thing, he falters. He gets deceived and he loses his way, becoming hollow. And then you have to basically kill him. But if you help him, he joins you in that final fight against Gwen, realizing that, hey, you know, that son that I'm looking for is to help others while also kindling this bonfire. And it's very beautiful in its own way because in a world full of dark and gloom, there's only a handful of undead or ashen ones, whatever you want to call them, that still have that persevering will.
Yeah.
And when you look at your character, when you make your character for the Dark Souls series, you go through that as well. And you and me have discussed it time and time again. Whenever you decide to quit the game to not push forward anymore, those hollows that you see scattered about on the map, yeah, though they may be decrepit and wielding broken swords or whatever, but whenever you quit the game, in a sense, that hollow you see there is your previous character, is your character that gave up. And when you think of it that way, it's very, you know, humiliating. And it
Y-
was a pill that I had to swallow when playing through Dark Souls 1 the first time.
Yeah. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Because that's the artistic work of the game.
Yeah.
Like Solaire is a beautiful like a beautiful story with a beautiful intentions and mindset. He's an awesome character. And you can either help him and guide him or not, or you mess up. um
Yeah.
and then you have like like basic enemy because hollows are basic enemies like the low, they're
Yeah.
not really meant anything, but later on in that depiction they're also you or other people
Yeah.
who have played. It's like, are you gonna be like them or are you gonna finish and do what you have to do?
Yeah.
So and that's the beauty because for me, like I really didn't get it that much until I played Dark Souls 3 all the way because it's the
Yeah.
same thing that goes in Dark Souls 3. There's Ashens that went through the whole thing and yet failed,
Yeah.
and they couldn't do it. And one of the beautiful ones, which is my favorite one, my favorite story of Dark Souls 3 was with Frida.
Yeah.
Someone who is so close and done so much, and yet she couldn't win and got frustrated and basically left into a different world, a painted world. And she said, I'll
Yeah.
protect this world instead. Not knowing that she's hurting the world.
Yeah.
And it's basically the same thing. Like the depiction of, even IRL. You have you have these people who, they want to achieve something or they got in a spot to achieve something and then later on, the promises are there, but they don't want to do it. They gave up on it, and they leave, and they're doing something
Yeah.
else. And they're doing this something else. It looked like they're doing something good, but in the end of the day, they're harming the people who they care about.
Yeah.
And Frida was that kind of depiction.
Yeah.
And I really did enjoy that about the whole, Dark Souls 3 part, because you have the people who failed, the people who changed course, and the people who simply just achieved that goal.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
beautiful writing for sure. I really do
Oh,
enjoy it.
definitely. Definitely. And no, yeah, and Soler is truly a very kind-hearted knight. Like whenever you talk about Dark Souls as a whole, Soler will always be brought up as the buddy that you can have a drink with because that man just if you do his quest line helping him and you help him not get deceived, he does fall into like a bit of a small depression. He does kind of waver a little bit, but he then thinks to himself, it's like, no, maybe it wasn't my time to find my son that I searched for. So I'm going to somewhat change my goals. I'm still going to search for that son, but I'm also going to help my friends out. I'm going to help out the other hollowed ones that are trying to do what's right by rekindling the first flame. Soler is a good example of someone who sacrificed his own goals and managed to achieve that goal through sacrifice. Like Soler's a G through and through.
He's a true G.
Like me and my homies like Soler.
Oh, I forgot.
What happened?
I lowered the what you call that. Um, I was trying to lower the water gun,
Uh huh.
and so I could run faster. But
Uh huh.
this isn't ready or not.
Oh, I mean, you can run faster. You just have to hold down the run stick.
No, yeah, no. But I'm talking about like I pressed down on the D-pad,
Yeah, just low ready. Yeah,
low, try to low ready.
but yeah,
Man, like, did this vehicle went in the wrong part of town or something?
I went through a desert. That's what I'm assuming.
He went to Burning Man.
But yeah, I mean, and then continuing on from like Dark Souls one, like you you push through, you persevere, and then you get a Dark Souls 2. And you know, in Dark Souls 2, you're either part of the community that loves the game or you hate the game. But if you love the game, you're wrong. I'm just listen, I'm just being objective here, all right? If you love the game, you're wrong because man, that game was annoying. And someone can say it's like, well, yeah, you chose to play a dumb build during the game. Of course, you're gonna hate the game. No, no, because I tried playing that game 5 times before finally beating it with the dumbest build possible. So to this day, I still hold the same ideals as what I told you back then, Oz. Dark Souls 2 is just an OVA that doesn't matter to the story, but is important to the story.
Lols.
I still hold that ideal, and I don't think I'm ever going to change that ideal.
Man, you just a hater. No, I'm just kidding.
But I'm gonna jump to Dark Souls 3. That's how much I love Dark Souls 2, is that I'm going to ignore it and skip it. But Dark Souls 3, I remember my first time experiencing Dark Souls 3 because we were doing it a co-op run. And man, just to see the difference of what happens and basically just the span of, I believe it's supposed to be a century or two from Lordran to Lothric, and it's such a major shift. Kingdoms have come and gone, rulers have risen and been toppled, and Dark Souls 3 was really just straight depressing when I think about it now.
No, Dark Souls 3 is one of the most depressing ones because
Yeah,
one of the great things about Dark Souls 3 of its story is there already was an established rule. Like there's something
yeah,
that exists and it worked for years. So like the what's his name? Cinder, the Soul
the
of
Soul of
Cinder.
Cinder.
Yeah, he already established the rules and the regulations,
Yeah,
and everything went well, and everything is going, phenomenal until people start to not care anymore. With
yeah,
it could be because it hurts too much, or it's like I'm old, I can't fight anymore, or you name it, right?
yeah,
And everybody has their excuse. Like Gundyr. Gundyr is basically like I'm no longer a champion. Like I'm too old for this crap.
yeah,
I ain't gonna light the fire. I won't be able to defeat this guy. Like I'm done. I'm done. No more.
yeah,
And then the next one you have the Abyss Watchers, who you know are a group of people who does the crazies, and they do their best, but because they stare at the abyss for too long, it's like a whole Nietzsche type of thing.
yeah,
Everything went south for them.
yeah.
And then after that, you have the what's his name? The deacon, the pope.
Aldrich,
Yeah, yeah, Aldrich.
Aldrich.
Yeah, Aldrich, who was corrupted because of bad guidance, and didn't end up
Yeah,
doing it because he was too distracted, consuming,
yeah.
trying to be a
He
god,
became a
basically.
god eater.
Yeah. And then after that, you have the ruler of the profane capital, Yorm the Giant.
Yorm.
Yorm is a very sad story because it's like, why even do it if these people don't even care about me?
Yeah,
And it's really sad because you have this guy who's giving it their all, who's trying to give you a chance in life, and you literally just toss it out like a wet
yeah,
paper napkin.
yeah,
And lastly, you have basically the typical spoiled brats,
yeah.
and nobody's
Lorian.
doing anything.
Yeah, and that's the crazy part too, because you know, and that actually that is the crazy part too, because Lorian just said, "I'm sick. I have only a little bit left to live. I don't really care about this traditional fire stuff." And well, my brother almost died in a fight, and now he can't even do anything anymore. So just let it all burn and rot. And it just goes to show, the limits that they reached. And the crazy part about it, because we mentioned Yorm. Yorm still fought for his people, even though his people made fun of him. They belittled him, you know, you name it. Like they treated that man like dirt.
Yeah.
And even to the bitter end, he said, "No, I'm gonna still fight for them. I just won't link the fire." And that's the crazy part. Once you do all of that, you collect all of the the souls, the ashes of the air of fire, and then you get to that kiln. And you get there and you see that it's just a straight road. You don't have to worry about fighting any silver knights or anything. And then you see the soul of Cinder just sitting there. Like he knows his time is up. He's just sitting there. But even yet, he's like, "All right, prove to me that you're actually the one. You're good. You still need to fight me." And then you fight him. And as you fight him,
He mollywops you.
he, no, yeah, he does. He genuinely does. But you push him to such a point that he's all like, "Oh, okay, let me take it seriously." And you see him take it seriously, and you start realizing it's like, "Hey, why does he all these moves he's doing? I know all these moves." And you realize, "Oh, this man is an amalgamation of everyone who I played as or other people who, linked the fire previously." And then you get to that one three notes
Bling, bling, plum.
and you see the moveset switch. And the moment that moveset switch and you hear the repetition of those three notes, you realize even now, the guy that started it all lingers in the heart of the soul of Cinder. And yeah, like you said, the first time when we went through it, I I stopped moving. I started breaking because, and I regret, you know, when we played through it because I told you that, oh, I don't think it is necessary for you to play the first game. I regret saying that to you because it was very necessary to understand that moment. But Dark Souls as a whole, solely because of everything that transpires throughout the games, holds a very special place in my heart.
Yeah, that's why, like, for me, like, when we play what you call it, Night Rain, and we fight
Uh,
those bosses again, it's kind of irritating that I die for them. Like, the Nameless King, the
yeah,
Dancer.
Dancer,
It's like,
Centipede, or
yeah.
Gaping.
I don't die from those bosses, but the ones that I know personally. Like, the Dancer and the Nameless King, they're personal for me. Like, those
Yeah,
are, like, they made me in because of the Dark Souls franchise,
French
franchise. I'm
fries.
hungry.
He's hungry.
Um, so for me to die from them, it feels insulting. It's like, bruh,
Yeah,
like I beated you several times, and now I
yeah,
have an easier way how to beat you, and I die
yeah.
because it is easier.
Oh yeah, very much so.
But but getting mollywop, nah, that's just discourage. Nothing but
It's like, nah, that
discouragement.
I can't let that slide. Like I gotta go harder.
Yeah. So you're gonna get blood dusk?
Oh, Dusk Blitz?
Yeah, dusk blood.
Heck yeah, yeah.
When is that game coming out?
Sometime next year. I think they said January or near the beginning of the year.
I'm debating getting Switch 2 just for that game.
Honestly, man, I would.
But I'm also intrigued. What do you think is the other game supposedly that they're working on? The project. You heard that
Yeah, yeah,
FromSoft?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. A lot of people are speculating that it's a remaster. I don't think it will be a remaster,
And if it
but
is, man, I'm hopping on it.
that yeah, that's the thing. Which one would they remaster if it was a remaster?
Dark Souls 2 or Dark Souls 3. It might be Dark Souls 2 with Miyazaki's hands falling on it, basically cleaning up a lot of mess so that people can enjoy
Yeah.
the game a bit more.
Well, that's the thing though, because uh Scholar of the First Sin, Dark Souls 2,
Uh huh.
uh Miyazaki put his hand in it. He actually helped them when it came to Scholars of the First Sin.
Oh, really? No wonder the DLC made
Yeah.
more sense than the actual.
But yeah, but I mean, I could see them doing that
Whoa.
for DS2.
If not, then it'll be for sure Dark Souls 3.
Oh man, I'm about to cry all over again. That's what's about to happen. Also, can we just take the time? Like, yeah, we all love Solaire and all that, but can we just talk about the goat, Gale?
Oh my goodness. Freaking Gale.
That man, that man was something. He had such little screen time, but he left such a lasting impact.
Dude, I hate that guy so much for
I
being
know
a
you do.
boss.
Like, he did everything. Like, he had his own story. He had his own like glow up, blow up, and at the end of it all, and it's not just us. Everyone says it. At the end of it all, it was literally just two hollows fighting for nothing that was left. It's like no matter what it was, there's just two guys at the end of time fighting for a fragment of a memory that is left.
I'm winning the floor.
What? The wedding the floor?
Yeah, I'm winning the floor.
I see. Bleed bills. But yeah.
Ugh. So when you gonna finish Sekiro?
Oh, dude, don't even remind me, man. They announced the anime too.
Yeah, oh they did. I forgot all about that. They better
I
not
might as
mess
well
it
start.
up.
Dang, I might as well start playing Sekiro here in a bit then. Gotta start from scratch. I, I got experience. I played Executor.
It's easier on there. Oh man, you gotta get a world rocked, man.
I'm still stuck on Lady Butterfly.
Oh man, that game is something else. I think out of all
Sekiro,
the
yeah,
FromSoft games, Sekiro is the most difficult one.
I
I
believe it.
remember I was having a little discussion with someone about it because they were getting mad because I said Bloodborne was was pretty easy for me. That I beat most of the
Hmm.
bosses in my first try. And like, and they were like, so which Dark Soulsborne game is the most difficult? And they're like Sekiro, and they thought I was crazy. And I simply told them
Yeah,
that it's only difficult because of the mechanic systems they have. You can't level up until you defeat a boss.
yeah,
Not like what kind of game does that? Especially a
yeah,
FromSoft game that you're so used to a formula that I can grind a little bit more, level up a couple of times or whatever, right? No, and
yeah,
this game is literally pure talent and skill now. Like you literally got to know what you're doing. If you mess up, you mess up, and it's gonna
yeah,
bite you hard. Yeah, and they were saying like, well, Sekiro was one of the easiest one. I'm like, dude, if you look at the records, Sekiro literally was the most unfinished game in the Soulsborne franchise.
yeah,
So it's like I don't know what you're talking about.
yeah. It's like, oh, those people didn't finish it because they didn't have this thing like I had this thing. Like, oh, so you choose the game. Good for you.
It makes sense why you like
I
Soulsborne. No,
Yeah, but even then, you could choose Bloodborne. I feel like it's easier to choose Bloodborne than it is to choose the other games.
there's a like a way how to play it, and then you start realizing I was like, oh, this is actually pretty easy. Yeah, like I
Yeah,
managed to beat most bosses in my first try. Like that says a lot.
it does. That it does. I wouldn't know because I was playing the game that someone took it from me.
Lols. I wonder who could that be?
I don't know, but whoever it is, he's on this call.
I don't know who that is though. Copper, is that you?
Nah, Copper wasn't around for that.
My boy Copper. I'll beat him up when I see him.
Why? What did he do? He didn't do nothing wrong.
Copper, bro.
Fair enough. Copper, Copper, Copper. That dog is hilarious. Whoa, that was a flashbang.
Oh man, what time is it? Yeah, I think I'm done. Especially since we're gonna work tomorrow.
Yeah, we do gotta work tomorrow. But yeah, I mean, we discussed the majority of things we wanted to discuss, anyways.
Yeah.
So if you want to end it there, we can end it there.
Uh, peeps, I'm getting sleepy. My eyes are heavy.
Alrighty then, folks. We're gonna go ahead and call it there for the evening, for the night, and then we should be back Monday, hopefully. Yeah, because tomorrow's a Saturday. We're going to work, and we might have something planned out with some mates for the evening. And then Sundays are typically one of our busiest days. And then Monday, aside from Oz going to the gym, uh, we should be back, yeah. Whether it be ready or not, or doing something else entirely. We shall see. Double Johnny, Wooly woo. But on that note, we'll go ahead and leave it there, and we will catch you guys the next time we're back. Oz, you got anything to say? There it is, folks. There it is. All righty then. Y'all have a good night.